In this video tutorial, we're going to be looking at verbs. We're going to be looking at how to make them into a different tense, so the past tense, and also how to make them negative. Now we're dealing with the formal form of verbs in this video tutorial. And the very first thing that we have to do with our verb in order to start changing it is to make the verb stem. Now the verb stem is simply the verb with must removed, and we've got two of them here as examples. So here we've got iki, and that's the verb stem of the verb ikimasu, to go. And we've got tabe, and that's the verb stem of the verb to eat. Now the form of the verb that we start learning is always the verb with mas on the end, ikimasu, and that means either I go or I will go. In other words, that action has not yet finished. It is what we call in Japanese the non-past tense. That's a bit strange because we're used to having a past, a present, and a future. But in Japanese they have a past, and instead of a present and a future they have a non-past, because the must form of the verb is both the present and the future. So ikimasu, I go or I will go. Then if we pop that formal ending on the end of tabe, we get tabemasu, I eat or I will eat. Now we can modify this mas ending. In other words, we can change it in a number of ways. Now if we change mas into masen, and here it is, then the tense remains the same. It's still the non-past tense. In other words, it's to do with now or in the future, but it's changed from positive to negative. So we have ikimasen, I do not go, or I will not go. Ikimasen. Now if we remove masen and we choose mashita instead, we've got now not the negative tense, but the past tense. Our verb becomes ikimashita. Ikimashita. Notice the pronunciation of the she here is very, very fast, and you almost don't hear the I vowel on the end. Ikimashita. Next we're going to look at how we would make that verb not only past tense, but negative as well. Now this is a rather long ending, so we're going to have to just tidy our screen. Now we have ikimasen. We've just seen that that's the negative, so I do not go or I will not go. But we've added deshita, and that's the past tense ending. So ikimasen deshita is the past negative form of the verb to go. In other words, I did not go. Ikimasen deshita. Now all of those endings can be used with any Japanese verb at all. They never change. There are no exceptions. It's marvelous. So let's pop that past negative ending, masen deshita, on the end of our verb stem, to eat. And now we get tabemasen deshita. I did not eat.